شو بصير معنا بفلسطين، كنا هون عارفين شو بصير جوا، كنا عارفين الوضع والمعاناة اللي بنعيشها بفلسطين. عشان هيك أنا بحبش أحكي عن المعاناة اللي بنعيشها، بس بحب أحكي إشي واحد، إنه يا ريت نبطل بس نحكي عن، يعني مع احترامي لكل الموجودين بالسلطة، بس المفروض نبطل نطلع بس رواتب الأسرى وها ما نزلوش راتب وبس يعني نجزع عقلنا لمشكلة استيطان واحتلال. المفروض نطلع على مشكلة إسرائيل كلها، نلغي الاحتلال من جذوره اللي هي، ونمحي المستوطن الأكبر اللي هي إسرائيل، مش نطلع على مستوطن بيت إيل وجدار هون وجدار هون. لا، مشكلتنا مش لا مع جدار ولا مستوطن، مشكلتنا مع الاستيطان المستوطن الكبير واللي هي إسرائيل. بتمنى ما نسمح للاحتلال انه يجزع عقلنا لهاي الشغلات الصغيرة، لانه هو بتقصد انه يخلينا نلتهي بالشغلات الصغيرة هاي. كمان بتمنى انه المرة الجاي يكون في ناس بريطانيين وناس من برا، يعني اللي يسمعوا شو بصير. يعني احنا بالنهاية كلنا بين بعض وعارفين يعني شو قاعد بصير، وكل حدا عارف ومساند القضية الفلسطينية، بس لازم نوصل للعالم اللي برا، نوصل للناس اللي ما بيعرفوا، نخليهم يعرفوا، نحكي لهم انه في هون موجود ناس بتناضل وبتقاوم عشان ارضها وعشان تحرير بلدها، ولسه في ناس ما سكتت عن حقها. لازم كل العالم يعرف هالاشي. بتمنى انه كل كلمة بنحكيها هون تطلع تنحكى لكل حدا برا، لكل الناس وين ما كان. بتمنى دائما انه نطلع من انه نضل نحكي انه احنا ضحايا. احنا مش ضحايا، احنا مقاتلين من اجل الحرية. انا بشوف الضحية الانسان اللي سمح للاحتلال يحتل عقله، زي اليهودي اللي قاعد بالمستوطنة اللي قاعد ماسك سلاحه، هذا هو الضحية اللي الاحتلال قدر يسيطر على عقله. وبشوف انه اليهود اللي لازم احنا نشتغل عليهم انه يناضلوا عشان يرجعوا دينهم، بدل ما احنا نروح نسب على اليهود، نثبت لهم انه الاحتلال عدونا وعدوهم، نستغلهم لصالح قضيتنا زي ما بيستغلوا كثير شغلات قضيتنا، عشان نفرجيهم انه الاحتلال بفرق عن اليهودية. لازم كلنا نتوحد عشان نبين لهم هالاشي، عشان القضية مش قضية دين او مسيحي او مسلم او يهودي، قضية احتلال اسرائيلي بده يحتل ارضنا، بده يحتل كل حدا، كل اشي بفلسطين، حتى بده يغيب العقول هاي الفلسطينية اللي قاعدة بتناضل، وبده يحاول يكسر اي حدا قاعد بيحكي عن بلده. كمان بتمنى انه احنا كلنا يعني كعرب موجودين هون انه نعرف دائما انه نربط بين النضال الوطني والنضال الاجتماعي، اللي هاي الاشي انه احنا بالمرة بنطلعش عليه، احنا بس بنركز انه لازم ننزل مظاهرات، لازم نحكي بس عن القضية الفلسطينية، ولازم برضو نناضل نضال اجتماعي عشان احنا لما نتحرر ما نكونش زي جنوب افريقيا. صح انه تحرروا وبطل في الابرتايد، بس اليوم احنا بنشوف انه بريطانيا هي اللي بتستولي على كل المراكز الاساسية عندهم. فاحنا ليش نكون هيك؟ ليش نتحرر وعنا مع احترامي سلطة فاسدة؟ عنا عنا كمان اضطهاد للمرأة، اللي لازم نحرر المرأة قبل ما نحرر الوطن، لأنه إذا ما حررناش المرأة الوطن عمره ما بيتحرر.
اسمعوا لي بس في كلمة. أنا حابب نسمع من أخونا ميكو بيلد، هو من الطرف الآخر، اللي في طرف آخر، وهو صار أكثر ثورية منا كفلسطينيين، شوي تقدم علينا بالخطاب، وهو هذا بأكد على أنه إحنا لما يكون عندنا رسالة وخطاب ثوري وحقيقي وممكن نستقطب كل أحرار العالم عشان يكونوا معنا. وأعتقد أنه إحنا يعني ما بدي أقول شكرا لميكو بيلد، لأنه ميكو بيلد لم يشكر الشعب الفلسطيني اللي سمح له يكفر عن ذنوب ما أنتج باسمه من ذنوب من دولة إسرائيل. وأخوي ميكو حابب بس يعني يحكي كلمتين ممكن يعني بالإنجليزي أفضل.
طيب كل عام وانتم بخير. رمضان كريم to everybody. It's a real honor to be here. It's a real pleasure to be here. My old friend, the ambassador, it's good to see you. And His Excellency, Ambassador Sam, who I knew from Washington, D.C. And everybody else. Bassem and I have been friends exactly 10 years. So I'm not going to talk about a lot about politics. This is not the night, but I want to tell you two stories. Exactly 10 years ago, a Palestinian friend of mine told me, "Listen, you have to come with me to this place called Nabi Saleh. They are starting this new thing called the Popular Resistance. We should go meet this friend of mine." I didn't know who the friend was, so we're going to Nabi Saleh. It's Friday. And Friday is when the protests are, right? And we're driving to the West Bank. We came from Al Khalil. We're going north, driving. And of course, by the time we get to Nabi Saleh, it's closed. The army has closed the checkpoint. Right, we go around another way through Abud, along the way. We come to the other side. The army is there, another checkpoint. And meanwhile, this friend of mine, Ali, he's talking on the phone with somebody, getting instructions, where to go, how to come, what do we do. Finally, we pull the car back, we park it far from the soldiers. We go down the terraces through the olive groves, and he says, "We need to go until we meet this guy." I didn't know who this guy was. It was Bassem Tameemi. So Bassem comes through, and we walk together through the olive grove, and the soldiers are up on the road. And as we get to the village, maybe we walked a few hundred meters, we go back up the road, and it's not raining stones, it is hailing stones. It is, you don't even know where they're coming from. And right in the intersection in the Mafraq where Nabi Saleh is, the army has this big jeep, and you know they have this missile launcher that they use for the gas. It's a missile launcher. It's not just one at a time. It's hundreds in a minute. It's unbelievable. And I've never seen anything like this. Rocks flying, missiles and gas flying. And this man is walking around like it's a sunny day in Hyde Park. It's a sunny day in Hyde Park. He's wearing his other jacket. He's walking slowly and calmly. And I'm thinking, we're going to die. This is actually crazy. No. We walk right by the soldiers, up the road to his house. His mother, Allah yarhamha, was alive. She made us breakfast. And we're sitting on the porch, and the soldiers are out there coming and going and shooting, and God knows. And I thought, and I'm looking at this man, I never met him before in my life. I'm thinking, I would follow this man anywhere. This kind of calm, this kind of being cool and collected, not afraid, not moved. At one point, this is Friday, right? So the commander, the military commander is calling him. He wants him to ask the Shabab to stop the mudahara. Why? The soldiers want to go home. It's Friday afternoon. And we're eating breakfast. And Bassem says to him, when you leave, they will stop. So he hangs up, and I don't know, 20 minutes later he calls again, and he says, please tell your boys, tell the Shabab to stop. The soldiers want to go home, haram. He goes, no problem. As soon as you leave our village, they will stop. Of course, nobody stopped. But the calm with which he dealt with this, I will never forget that as long as I live. And over the years, he and I have become friends. And every time I go to Palestine, I live in, I'm from Jerusalem. I was born and raised in Jerusalem, but I live in America. Every time I visit Palestine, I come to visit him. And usually there's always Friday, so there's always protests. So that's the first story. This is the first time I met him. I will never forget as long as I live. This calm gentleman, Arab gentleman, walking through hell and just completely untouched by anything. And I think this story also explains what we see in his daughter in Aahid. Oh, and by the way, the Nariman was there I saw a woman pick up a stone this big. I couldn't pick it up. I don't know how she was able to pick it up, and throwing it at the at this one officer that was there. Unbelievable. No fear at all. No sense of fear. A sense of determination. This is our village. This is our land, and you will leave. We will not leave. Many years later, about 2 years ago, year and a half ago, it was Friday. There was a protest, and the soldiers were about to arrest me. And you know, they're coming, and there's lots of them, and again, there's gas and stuff. And suddenly, out of the blue, I feel somebody come and grab me like this, hug me like this. And I'm looking, and it's her. And I have my own children. I thought I was going to start to cry. It was one of the most moving seconds of my entire life. And then her mother came and grabbed me, and the soldiers are trying to pull me, and they're trying to pull me so the soldiers don't take me. And it's not about if I'm an Israeli or I'm a Jew. We were there together. We were there together, standing for their right, because this is their land. And the courage and the sense of, there's no fear. Fear is not even an issue. 2 weeks before that day, they shot a young man in Absalah. They killed him. Sabah. 2 weeks before that, they killed that young man. No sense of fear. This is the right thing to do. Then, of course, a year later or so, we see the video of Aahid kicking the soldier out of their yard and then slapping him, and of course, the officer, not a soldier. And of course, the Israeli press, everybody was, how dare she? And how come the soldier stood there and did nothing? But we know, all of us know, that slap was a slap that every single one of us wanted to give that soldier and every other Israeli soldier for the last 71 years. Yes. And in a way, when I look at this, I have a daughter who's a little bit younger than Aahid. And I'm thinking, would she have that kind of courage? Facing a man who invaded her home, her space, full of weapons. It's not like he was dressed like this, right? He was armed, and he had 3 other soldiers around him and a whole army behind him. But she did the absolute right thing to do, and she did a thing that she's not my daughter, but I love her because she's my brother's daughter. The sense of pride was immense. And also a sense of shame. Because her slapping that soldier, that was not her job. We should never have let that happen. The entire world failed her. A 17-year-old girl does not need to face an armed soldier. We should have been there. The countries of the world should have been there. That soldier should never be allowed to be there. Should never have been allowed to have a weapon. So this is part of the Palestinian story. The struggle, the fearlessness, the courage, and the injustice of the entire world allowing this to happen all the way to a point that a 17-year-old girl has to defend herself. Yes. And of course one brother is in prison, her parents have been in jail, the whole story of Nabi Saleh to uncles that were killed and so forth. So it's not just out of the blue, but there's a big story and a big context here. And Bassem and I always talk about the future and what the future holds, and we're both big believers that a free Palestine is possible, a free Palestine can be upon us, but of course we all have to do a part that we all have to act. So anyway, I want to end it with a positive note. So again, Ramadan Kareem, thank you very much for
يلا هلا استمتعوا بالكوكاكولا. يعطيكم العافيه جميعا.
واضح مش بس الخبز والقهوه يا ابو عايد النسيم. اهم من
كيف ملاقي لندن؟ Are you sure?
حلوة بس الفلسطين ما يحاولش يجي عنا احنا.
Well, that's it from عاهد التميمي. Peace.
Is that whole thing online?
Yeah.
Amazing.